In this particular chord progression, 2 5 1s, if you think about it, I want to kind of go back a little bit. When we reviewed triads at the beginning of the semester, we came up with the conclusion that inside, for instance, of a C, of the key of C, C major exists. Here are all the chords that exist because we only have white keys available. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and B diminished. So that is what we call the diaphonic chords to the C of key, right? Key of C, sorry. So we discovered that the 1 chord was always going to be major, the 2 is minor, the 3 is minor, the 4 is major, the 5 is major, the 6 is minor, and the 7 is diminished. When we add 7s to this contraction here, you will find that 1 is always major 7. 2 is always minor with a lowered 7. 3 is minor with a lowered 7. 4 is major with a major 7. 5 is dominant. 6 is minor with a minor 7. And 7 is half diminished, meaning the triad is minor with a flat 5. And then we get a lowered 7 on top of it. The chord progression that we've been working with starts right here. It goes to here. And then it goes through the 1. It's the 2 5 1. Right? So that specific 7 comes from the fact that I'm using the C major scale, but any scale, because any of the major key is made with the same formula of whole, whole, half, the product, the quality of the product that you will get is always the same, right? So for C, we have available a B natural. A B natural makes this a major 7, right? For D, we have available a C natural. And from D to C, like if you're going backwards, is it a whole step or a half step? Like if the C was here. D to C is a whole step. If it's a whole step, it's a lowered 7, right? E, G, B, D. So like from D to E is a whole step, so that's a lower 7. F, the E that we have available is an F natural. So F to E, is it a whole or a half? Half, and that's why it's a major 7, right? We've been discussing that difference between the major 7 and the lower 7. Half step, major 7. Half whole step, 7. In C, for the G chord, the F that we have available is natural. F natural to G natural, whole or half? F to G? Whole. And whole makes it, a whole tells us that the 7 is what? Major 7 or lowered? Lowered, right? So between the root, between the 7th below the root and the root, if it's a whole step, we have a major 7. If it's a half step, then we have just a 7, which is a whole step. Oh my God, Carmen, I just, sorry. It's been a long day. I forgot my meds at home for today. The ADD has been really, really something else. Anywho, back here, I'm so sorry. If you measure from the root and you go down 1, you will find a 7. If it's half a step, it is major 7. If it's a whole step, it's lowered 7. And another way to think about this is because the 7 is the 7th note of that scale, right? So in G, what is the 7th note of a G major scale? Of a G, F sharp. So if I had an F sharp here, it would be G major 7. But I don't have an F sharp available in the key of C. I only have an F natural. So from G to G is a whole step, so that is a lowered 7. Is it making sense, or am I making it harder? Okay, any questions? Okay, awesome. So A minor, we have a G available to us. We don't have a G sharp. If we had a G sharp, it would be major 7, because G sharp 2A is half step. But we only have a G natural, so it's a lowered 7. And for B, the A that we have available is natural. From B to A, it's a whole step, so it's a lowered 7. Make sense? All right. And now, back to the 2-5-1s. I wanted to kind of show you where did those 7s come from. They're still coming from that formula of diatonic chords. Chords that exist within a scale or within a key, right? And so one way to build the chords is you can definitely think about each note of the chord. Or you can also, for instance, let's give this example right here. Let's say that we're in the key of D. The key of D has how many sharps? If we go ho, ho, half, ho, 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 half, F sharp and C sharp, right? So F sharp and C sharp. We can keep this in mind. The rest is all natural, all white keys. Now we know D is 1. What is 2? E. All the E's are minor 7. All the 2's are minor 7. We just found that out. All the 5's are dominant. What is a 5 in the key of D? A7. And then for the 1 chord is D major 7. So check it out, guys. I started this recording here apparently 7 minutes ago. So when you look up, you're gonna hear all this explanation and have no video of it. But you know, so don't give up on the video. Just fast forward to where it starts. If I learn how to make one of those marks of minutes, I'll do it. But I doubt that I will, because I'm too old to learn anything. So we figured out that these are the chords. Now we're going to play. We have E minor 7. E, if we just do a bunch of skips, it's a chord. Let's see. Does it have an F or a C that should be sharp? No. So here's G minor 7. That's another way of figuring it out. You can kind of start with the same note, with the first note, do a bunch of skips, and then check to see if the sharps or flats of that key apply to any of them. You know what I mean? Or you can go the other way too, and go, okay, here's E major, make it minor, find the major 7 by finding first the octave, going down half a step. This would be major 7, but I want flat 7. Here's your E minor 7. The next chord is A7. We know we're going to need an A. Here's an A. We know we need a C sharp. Up here's a C sharp. We need an E. The E is already there. And the G is already there from the previous chord. So let's go back and forth. Here's E minor 7. Here's A7. And now we need a D major 7. So here's a D. We need F sharp. We need an A that is already there. And we need a C sharp that is already there. So because of the mathematics and the mysteries of the universe, every time that you do a 2-5-1, and most times that you do any progression that is based on descending fifths, so this was like a descending fifth. most times you're gonna have two notes in common. You know, unless you're dealing with like going from like a fully diminished chord to a major 7 chord. So, but if it's like within the same key, there will, if you go down in fifths, there's always going to be two notes that stay the same, two notes that change. So I'm going to demonstrate what I just said in a second. But now let's just do the E minor 7. Let's just stay with the key of D because I'm sensing the ADDs coming up again. So here's the E minor 7. Close into a 7 by finding the root in 7 and third, I mean. And then open it up to D major 7 by finding the root and the third. And that's the true 5-1 in the key of D. Make sense? All right. Another key that will be on the test. We did B flat. B flat has two flats. It has a B flat and an E flat. We know that the 2 chord is going to be minor 7. The 5 chord will be dominant, and the 1 chord will be major 7, right? In the 1 we know already that is B flat major 7, so I can even put that there. What is the 2 chord going to be?
C.
C minor 7. How about the 5?
Yeah.
F7. You got it. We push the door open because sometimes you guys come back and I'm recording and then I have to make you wait a bunch. So C minor 7 goes to F7, goes to B flat major 7. This time, instead of building it on the piano, let's build it note by note first. So C minor 7 in root position. Here's a C. I'm just going to do a bunch of skips. And then I'm going to look and I'm going to say, oh, look, that key has E flat and B flat, and here's an E, and here's a B flat. So that will probably make my E minor 7. And does it? Let's see. Here's C major, C minor. If I add the major 7, I go up to the root and go down half a step. That would be major 7, but I want flat 7. So there we have it, C minor 7. So that worked. The next chord we have is F. Let's start by writing the F. Here's F. We need an F. Skip 1 is A. Skip 1 is C, but there's already a C from the previous chord, so we can keep that there. And then, here's F. Half step down, major 7. Whole step down, flat 7. So E flat. So the bottom 2 notes stay the same. And now, for the B flat chord, I need a B flat, I need a D, I need an F, I need an A. And there we have it. The top 2 stay the same this time. So let's play it. C minor 7, F7, B flat major 7. One more time, C minor 7. And on the left hand, play the root on the left hand. Or if you're playing the chord on the right, I don't know, however I want to do it. But sometimes I like playing the root on the left because then when I play a chord that is inverted, I can actually hear the quality better because the bass players over here playing it. And then B flat major 7. All right. Now I don't remember, but I think we already did the key of G last time. Did we write stuff down? So let's just play it without the super long explanation. We know that in G, 2 is A minor 7, 5 is D, 1 is G major 7. Now the key of F. In the key of F, 2 is, the key of F is notated up here. 2 is G minor 7. 5 is C7. 1 is F major 7. Make sense? All right, so I'm gonna, yeah, let me stop this video because it's getting super extra long.